So this is how to build muscle explained in 3 steps. For my 3.5 years of gym experience and fitness experience, I have made this guide on how to build muscle, which is explained in 3 parts. First part will be stimulus, second is protein intake, and third is recovery. If you mastered all 3 of these steps, you'll be building muscle in no time and losing fat at the same time if you do it correctly. Like this whole document which I've created for the script of this video is like 3000 words long. It's everything I know about fitness and the gym. So my story starts when I had a basic idea of how to get into shape. It's like eat healthy, do some cardio, and hit the weights here and there, right? Well, I didn't know what weights to hit. I didn't know how much of it to hit. I don't know how hard should I push myself. I thought if I push myself too hard, I'll just break my arms or injure myself or something. And I thought healthy eating was like having oats with some yogurt on top with some bloody berries or something. And knowing that then, I didn't even do that. I still would eat the shitty Indian street foods which I'm talking about to you guys. I would still eat the McDonald's. I would still eat the Chinese takeout at 3 a.m. And probably which made me look the way I was. Like comparing me and him with completely two different human beings. And imagine a similar kind of thing for you when you literally open up the Photos app in your phone and look at the pictures before your transformation and you literally cringe at them. You look back with happiness that you took the right steps, that you put in the right actions, and you got the right result. So this is a true story. When I used to like find the old images for the before pictures for the videos, I was literally just cringing at them. Like me and him are not the same person, not the same human being. So off to the guide you wanted to watch. So step one, stimulus. Our bodies are inherently designed to stay and get comfortable in the position we are in as a way to stay in homeostasis. Suppose when a change is placed upon a body, the body will come up with a response or will react in such a way as to oppose the change which made the response. Suppose when you get cold, your muscles start shivering, the hair on your skin stand up. Why? All as a way to generate and conserve heat so that your body temperature increases, which opposes the change which caused it, right? So decrease in body temperature cause the increase in body temperature to again cancel each other out and bring yourself to the ideal set point. This is basically homeostasis, and muscle building is done in a similar way, where we stimulate our bodies and our muscles so that we induce tears in them, we induce dents in them, which forces our body to repair the dents and put on more muscle on top so that it's easier for us, that is, get comfortable in the position we are in, to make it easier for us to do the same lift again next time. So basically what we want to do is stimulate our muscles with resistance to make more of it. Resistance like anything, barbells, dumbbells, or even the weight sleigh that you push with the plates on top. Anything will work for you at the start because your body is not used for it, and it will put on muscle as a result. So basically at the start, I would suggest you focus on compound movements like squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups, rows, like big movements which accompany a lot of muscles in them, which will give you the most bang for your buck, which will give you the most stimulus for the fatigue it produces, so that your gym workouts are shorter and you start getting into the gist of like going to the gym every single day. So starting off, do these things, compound movements, and after a couple of months of training, once you have developed a liking for the gym, start incorporating isolation exercises like incline bench press, lateral raises, pull-ups, face pulls, not pull-ups, sorry, face pulls. And start doing these isolation movements so that you fine-tune your physique to give it the exact shape that you want. Start focusing on the muscle which is suppose your weakness. Oh, my side delts are not wide enough. Okay, I'll focus on them more. I'll probably add in another set or probably add in another session of me doing those. So just focus on the weak muscles you have to fine-tune your physique after a couple of months of training. So basically what we want to do is increase amount of resistance that we have on the muscle, so that activate more of the muscle when we're doing the exercise. And when we activate more of the muscle when we exercise, we put in more tears, more dents in the muscle, so which is going to cause you to grow more the next time you're recovering and the next time you hit the gym. So you do this by progressively overloading, because the first time that you have put on muscle, the earlier resistance that you did is no longer challenging enough or no longer hard enough. So to put on more muscle, you're gonna have to increase the load. What I mean by increasing the load is by increasing the amount of weight you do, or by increasing the amount of sets that you do, or by increasing the amount of reps that you do. Suppose I do 20 kg incline bench press in week one. Then I increase it up to 22 kg incline bench press on each side. I've see how I've like overloaded the amount of weight that I do. It's gonna be harder for me to push that weight because I'm not used to it. But that's what's going to cause the tears, the dents, which is going to help you grow more. So perhaps try every single week to increase the amount of weight that you do. If you can't do that, just increase the amount of reps that you do for the same weight. Suppose I did 3 reps in week one. Try increasing it up to 5 reps in week two. And it is this small increments in weight or reps which is going to get you from skinny as shit or fat as shit to jacked. It is going to get you from 20 kg bench press to 100 kg bench press. These small increments, these small increases in stuff. And few other ways to increase the amount of tension on the muscle is by training every set till failure. So automatically going to cause hypertrophy as you go towards failure, more and more of the muscle is engaged. And at failure, if most, if not all of the muscle is engaged, and when more of the muscle is engaged, more dents are put into it, more micro tears are happening, which is going to cause more hypertrophy. And you don't even have to count the reps, because next time you come in, you have already built muscle. It's going to incorporate progressive overload, as the next time you hit the same exercise again, you're gonna have more muscle technically, and you're gonna be able to like push further than last time's failure. So failure is just literally pushed back. So you literally are able to go again till failure, then you chill out, you rest, then you come back, go again till failure, and all this time you're building muscle, you're growing bigger. And even I pussy out from this most of the time, because it's very painful, it hurts, and it just burns the muscle, it burns the fat off, if you know what I mean. It's like, and to hit failure, I need to have some aggressive music playing on in my ears. I just can't go in raw. So do whatever you need to help you to get to failure. Bring up some dark thoughts in your mind, bring up the stupid ass past memories you have, whatever, man. And for example, like while doing bicep curls on the cable machine, I was gritting my teeth. My face was going pretty red, and it's the best growth I've gotten in my arms. It's the thing that's like helped me unlock the bicep vein. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it usually comes up here. So resistance train your muscles till failure on every single set. It's hard, but you'll get used to it, and it's going to give you more gains and faster gains. So another trick is to like slow down the eccentric. I've talked about this earlier, but basically the eccentric motion of the exercise is with gravity. So suppose the concentric, which is the opposite of eccentric, is against gravity. It is when you lift up, or the upward motion of a bicep curl, your muscle shortens, it's against gravity, but more of the muscle fibers, more of the muscle is engaged in the eccentric. So suppose on downward motion of a bicep curl with gravity, you have to like resist not dropping the weight immediately, right? So just slow down that part of the exercise, slow down the eccentric of the exercise, because it engages more of the muscle, and science proves it's going to give you more hypertrophy. And ever since, by training this way, by getting my rhythm right in the exercise, I just feel like more of a bodybuilder. I feel like more of an professional who knows what he's doing, while everyone else just swings the weight up and down like a retard. which increases your chance of injury and whatnot. Another thing is to like go in for this deep stretch. What I mean by the deep stretch is at the lowest position of the exercise, suppose you're doing a bicep curl, and at the lowest position of the bicep curl, you feel for the stretch. It's gonna hurt more. It's gonna cause in more tension, and more tension is good because it gives you more tears in the muscle, and more tears is more hypertrophy. So suppose when you're doing a bench press with dumbbells, you bring the dumbbells as low as you can to feel the stretch, then push them back up again. So incorporating these three things, the deep stretch, eccentric, and failure training, is going to kick you in the balls first of all, and it's gonna fast track and boost your muscle building journey. And it shows that you're not as tough as you thought, man. So just incorporating all of these, your typical set should look like this. You lift up the bicep curl, fast concentric. Then you slow and control the eccentric on the way down of the bicep curl till you feel a deep stretch. You feel a deep stretch, fast, controlled concentric upwards, and a slow, controlled eccentric on the way down till you feel the deep stretch. And rinse and repeat for every single rep that you do like this till you hit failure. Done. And how many days of the week should you do this? Well, I've learned from Dr. Mike from RP Strength or RP periodization, I don't know, is the more volume that you do, the more growth that you'll get. So more growth, more jacked. So more volume, more jacked. Think of it that way. So go to the gym as many times as you can in the week. I'm currently doing like a 6 day split with running, sprinting, lifting, and I'm in the best shape of my life. Like I'm getting the V taper, which I constantly talk about. I'm getting the cap shoulders. Like I'm getting there. I'm not there yet. But training this way every single day, or as much as I can, has gotten me the best results. And what I've learned is that I think everyone should be exercising most, if not all, days of their lives. I know people have things to do, but I don't think it's that hard to like get 1 hour off every day to do something which is going to improve you and improve the rest of your life. People, like humans, were built to move, to live, to run, not to stay in our chairs and be left regressing. I've heard that the way our pelvic muscles are built, that ancient humans like walked 12 kilometers per day, and none of us are doing that today. I mean, I get it, people have lives, people have jobs, people have shit to do, but still, who is doing that amount of activity? Which is probably more healthy for us than just sitting in our chairs and just building shit up in our bodies. Like the water retention you have in your face is probably because you've been sitting in your chair for the past 4 hours, haven't you? Like puffiness just builds up here, and even in your stomach. So I suggest you train as much as you can over the week. But the counterpoints that you have, what about science which says about leaving 2 reps till failure? Isn't it more hypertrophic? Well, I know for sure your dumbass is not training as hard as you think you are, because it's very hard, at least for me, to estimate where failure lies. Because on some days I'm really tired, and on some days and I'm like really energetic and just ready to push on. And I used to believe the same things of like leaving 2 reps till failure is beneficial and scientifically accurate. But what ends up happening with me and probably you is when you leave 2 reps till failure, you're leaving more like 4, 5, 6 reps in failure. And after I've like tried incorporating failure training in my sessions, I've seen myself go further. I've seen myself destroy destroy my limiting belief that, oh, failure just lies in like 4 reps of doing this weight. No, it lies more like 10 reps of doing this weight. So I suggest you keep going hard on the gym, train till failure, grow bigger, get more jacked. Imagine the amount of like gains that I left on the table by not doing these things. Maybe this is why I like remained in the plateau that I was. Like I was in a fat loss plateau for 3 months where I didn't lose much fat. I looked pretty much the same. but I feel like I was gaining muscle at the same time too. But anyway, are you gonna be able to lift as much weight by incorporating these three techniques? Probably not, because with the deep stretch and stuff, you it's very hard for you to lift the weight back up. But the point was not to lift as much weight as possible. The point was to get muscular and jacked. And if you want to build the aesthetic body as fast as possible, I suggest you purely focus on hypertrophy at the start. And later on, if you want to start sprinting, or if you want to start doing some other sport for fun, you may. But to get as jacked as possible, as fast as you can, I suggest you solely focus on hypertrophy. Think like a bodybuilder, not a powerlifter. Place your ego on the body you build, not the amount of weight you lift. So this was part one of the guide. I'll upload the rest of the steps as separate videos. And thank you for watching.